So guys, picked this baby up the other day. This is a Series 1 R33 RB25 det manual Skyline. And yeah, it's running a top mount turbo. Genuine works all round on the car. Actually has registration, cert and WOF for the car. Not too bad in the interior, got some stuff to do, little tear and so on. But it's not too bad really. Got a spare set of injector rails and a brand new master booster there. Another speedo because the rev gauge on these Skylines seem to crap out, so I got another one of those. She's pretty loud actually. I'm not too sure if it's a straight through, but she is bloody loud. So what we're going to be doing today, because she does have a couple of problems with it, which is the front facing plenum here is leaking. So that is leaking, has a crack right back there as you see, and someone tried to RTV it, which of course never works. So we have a replacement one which we'll be putting on and making this stuff work. Alright guys, I'm on the way to pick up some parts for the 33, the new project. Whole bunch of parts including a new FFP front facing plenum, some underguards for free, floor mats and other little bits and pieces, and a new boot mat, that sort of thing. But it's other little bits and pieces to give her a tidy up, and she should be running all good in the next week, which is exciting. So it's all starting to come down. Exciting news, exciting stuff. So guys, it's absolutely pissing outside, so before I start putting this new baby on, I want to get it painted up, as well as getting some gaskets for the other side here and give it a good clean up. As you can see, it's pretty mucky. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to, since the car is actually running and driving at the moment, it does run like a bucket of shit, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go inside the car and I'm just going to double check to see. It does look like a big box, but it's a pretty obvious way to tell. You get inside the car and pull the shifter out here. If you get in and grab your 10mm socket, you can easily, let's release the handbrake, can easily undo these three here. I'll just pull this surround out, which I will need to do anyway for when I change over. Oh, remove that. For when I change over to the new face panel here. As you can see with this face panel here, it has a crack there and has all this janky stuff, another crack there, and I've got screws and so on which I put in here, which is yeah, it's not the way to do it, to be honest. But so I'm going to rip this out, and I've got another one which is all sort of like a matte finish, so same finish as this. As you can see, it's of a Series 2 R33 which have that matte finish, so I will be changing over to that Series 2 matte finish. There we go. Okay, so the biggest one, a telltale sign without, if your car is so low you just don't want to get underneath and see, you know, get your shit dirty and that sort of stuff, to see if it is a big box, is what you do is that you can see how this silver plate here, see where those 4 bolts are, that one, this one and that one, as you can kind of see, it is, if I can get an angle a little bit, it's slanted down. It's like slanting down this way, so to the back of the car, so like that. If it's slanting down like that, only the big box has it slanting down. If you get something like a small box, like a 25 DE box, or something similar, it won't have that. It'll be flat. Like a 20 det box, it'll be flat. So 25 det boxes, it's slanting down, so that's a pretty big telltale sign if you got a big box or not. So glad to know. Got underneath the car and it did look like a big box, but I'm glad to know that it is a big box. I've been changing all of the fluids throughout the car, because just a basic thing, I've got, I think up at the shed I've got maybe like 10 litres of gearbox and rear diff oil. So change all that stuff out. It should be running mint, but I'm glad to know that is actually a big box. Simple way to tell. So that's all the goodies for the 33. Putting the floor mats in now. Front facing plenum sitting in there. How good. Finally got a set. It's had these crappy plastic ones in, so it's gonna be mint when it's all done. Genuine Nismo shifter as well. How good is that? Hard to see, but you can kind of get the point of it compared to the old one. This looks a shitload better. So, the surround, good one, and then remove this cluster. If someone has put a oil pressure gauge in the area where the factory oil pressure gauge goes anyway, so they've replaced it with an aftermarket one, which looks hoary, and they've also cracked the back plate of the dash there, as well as the rev counter working intermittently. So I'm just going to replace that and see how that goes. Who obviously had put this up here because it was falling down, thought it would be a great idea to get a drill, grab screws, just some Phillips screws, and just send that bitch up. And obviously it's just friggin' split through here and through here. So it's just simple stuff like this, and simple things like seats, your dashes. You know, I find it makes a big difference because this is where you are majority of the time, is in here in the driver's seat, and this is the stuff which really, well, for me, it bugs me. So, oh my god, holy shit, that is a whole lot of janky crap. What the fuck is this? So the oil pressure gauge, that is disgusting. Holy shit. Wow, some people, man, some people. What I've been doing here with the clusters is kind of taking the best out of both worlds with the, obviously this is the other clusters Ks, taking it out, taking the working rev gauge out of the cluster that's that I just put in the car, from this one here. And yeah, it seems to be working now. I'm getting approximate revs. Speedo back in. Stupid. So I got the rev gauge and so on working. It's still not 100%, but what I'll probably end up doing will be getting a factory gts-t cluster, because this one has the built-in boost gauge. For some reason my oil pressure gauge on the speed of the car is not working. Assume it's because they hooked up the old one to the oil pressure sensor on the SKYLINE. So they hooked up that gauge, which was in the cluster there, to the oil pressure sensor wiring in the engine bay. So that's the reason why it won't be working, but at least it's idling and so on for now, and it's good enough for now. So guys, I've just spent the last bloody half an hour vacuuming up all of the floor mats and so on inside the car, and it's looking bloody good. I've got the other one drying over there, but they all look bloody good. The car looks so much better now. I had a ridiculous amount of dog here. So guys, I've done all that interior stuff, so what I'm going to do now is take the car up, get the whole engine bay of the car a degrease, and pretty much give the whole car a water blast. Later on I'll take this out and I will fix this. that. Short show now. Short the story.